Hi friends, welcome to my YouTube channel Victory Academy. This is Venkatesh. This is the second coding lecture in our coding series. For more such coding lectures, please do subscribe and click on bell icon to never miss any update. So let's start coding. Today's problem is the longest common prefix problem in the LeetCode. It is one of the best problems in the LeetCode. So let's try to understand the description of the problem more. So here we need to write a function to find the longest common prefix string amongst an array of strings. So there will be an array of strings. We need to find the longest common prefix among all the strings in the given list. And if there are no such longest common prefix in the given strings, we can also return as an empty string. So let's try to understand more with an example. In the example 1, we can see there are strings like flower, flow and flight, where the longest common prefix is FL because it's present across all the given strings. Whereas in the second example, dog, race car and a car, we can see that there is no such thing as a longest common prefix because there is no common string present in the all three given strings. So this is how we need to figure it out what is the longest common prefix in the given array of strings. And there are some constraints as well. So the constraints are like the length of the string should be less than or is equal to 200 and the length of the list should be less than or is equal to 200. And also all the strings should be in the lower case of English. And these are the main constraints and the description of the problem. So let's try to understand more with an presentation as well. Let's try to understand the approach to solve the longest common prefix problem. Here we are having two examples. In example 1 we are having flower, flow, flight, and in example 2 we are having dog, race car and a car. So they are also represented in the array representation format, where array of 0 represents the first element and array of -1 represents the last element. So the first step would be we need to sort the given array element. After sorting, they would look like flight, flow, flower, car, dog and race car. So the first step would be sorting and the second step would be finding out the first and the last element. After finding out the first and the last element, we need to iterate over the loop and we need to check whether the characters in the both first and the last elements are the same or not. If they are same, that means there is the longest common prefix exists. If not, there is no such thing as longest common prefix. So first we need to iterate over the loop. So in order to iterate over the loop, we need to get the minimum length of the both first and the last. In example, we can see flight is having 5 characters and the flower is having 6 characters. So the minimum length would be 5. So we would be iterating the loop 5 times. In the first iteration, it will compare the first character of the first element and the first character of the last element, which is F. So it's matching, so it will add it to the answer. In the second iteration, it will match the second character of the first element and the second character of the last element, which is also matching, and it's L. So it will add it to the answer, which is FL. In the third iteration, it will match the third character of the first element and the third character of the last element, which is I and O. So since they are not matching, it will exit the loop and the answer would be FL. In the other scenario, if there is no such thing as an common prefix, it will automatically exit in the first iteration itself and the output would be an empty string. This is the approach to solve the longest common prefix problem in the LeetCode. So now we know the approach to solve the longest common prefix problem in the LeetCode. Let's try implementing it. In the LeetCode interface, we can see there is a class called solution and a predefined function known as the longest common prefix, which takes input as a list of strings and an output as a string. So let's try creating a string, which is answer is equal to empty string. This will be the output variable. Now we will be sorting the given list of string using sorted function. So strs is equal to sorted of strs. The sorted array will be stored in the strs. And now we need to find the first element and the last element. This can be done using strs of 0, which is the first element, and strs of -1, which is the last element. And now we need to find the minimum length among first and the last element to iterate the for loop. In the for loop, we will be comparing each character in the first element with each character in the last element. If both the characters are not matching, that means we will be simply exiting the for loop and returning the answer. Or else we will be adding the common character to the answer and proceeding with the next character in the string. So this process continues until the range completes or else any unmatched character appears. After that, we will be returning the answer to the main function. So now let's try implementing that here. So if first of I not equal to last of I, we will be simply returning answer, and if that is not the case, we will be adding answer to the we will be adding the character to the answer and we will be returning answer at the end. So let's try running it. Now we can see after running it, every possible case has been done successfully and it's been accepted. within the runtime of 57 milliseconds. Now we will be try submitting it as well. So when we try submitting, we can see it's been submitted well, and it took 45 milliseconds and 16 MB memory to complete. So this is the second coding lecture in our coding series. So please do subscribe for more such content and comment any coding problems which you want to be seen in the next sessions in our coding series. Thank you. Signing off, Venkatesh.